Hi everyone, welcome to Jenna Fitness. Today we are working our full body with an intense 27-minute wall Pilates workout. This will build strength, definition and help burn fat. Begin by lying on your back and pressing your feet against the wall so that your legs are at a right angle. Bring your hips up off the floor. Really squeeze your glutes to hold this position. Don't let your pelvis sink. Remove your heels simultaneously, squeezing your calves and then return to the wall. Don't push your body away from the wall with your feet. You need to keep your pelvis pushed upwards. Okay, come back into this position with your pelvis raised and hold it. This time you're slowly and controlled swinging your arms from over your head right down to the sides of your body. You're resting up on your shoulders and upper back. Remember to keep your pelvis pushed upwards and glutes squeezed tight. Slide further away from the wall and rest your feet on the wall so that your legs are again at a right angle and slightly narrower than shoulder width apart. Push your pelvis up, leading with your left leg and extending your right leg up so it's straight. Return back to the floor and press your lower back into the floor. Alternate your legs. Remain in the same position with your hips and feet, but this time, bring your feet about shoulder width apart. You're now doing pelvic raises. As you raise up, lead with your pelvis and squeeze your glute muscles. Don't push away from the wall with your feet. This will cause you to slide. It's important to keep your core contracted right throughout. Press your lower back into the floor upon return. With this exercise, you're doing almost the same as the previous, but you're going to perform controlled pulses with your pelvis, keeping it raised off the ground the whole time. This keeps the resistance on your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Again, remain in the same position with your hips and legs and raise your pelvis up and hold this position. Alternate your legs, bringing them off the wall towards you, keeping your knees bent. Make sure your hips remain raised. Okay, we're still in the same position, guys, with our hips and legs. Raise your hips up, leading with your pelvis. Extend your right leg up and stretch right through from your quad right down to your toes. Holding this position, perform small circles, keeping your knees straight. Okay, we're still working with the right leg now. Extend your pelvis up and keeping your glutes squeezed tight, and extend your right leg up again. Perform a controlled pulse movement with your pelvis, pushing through your left leg. You will really feel this in your left glute and hamstring. Okay, now we're going to work the other leg. You're going to perform the extended leg circles now like we did with the right leg. Remember to push up through your pelvis and hold this position the whole time. Don't push away from the wall. And again now with the left leg, you're performing the same straight leg pulse movement. This time you'll feel the burning in your right glute and hamstring. This is a killer. Okay, this time we're lying flat on the ground with your lower back pressed into the floor. Press your left foot against the wall and extend your right leg up. Slowly and controlled, lower your right leg to the side and bring it back up. Don't let your body twist. Okay, now you're going to repeat this exact movement, but this time you're doing it with the pelvis raised up. You're still working the right leg. This requires a lot more control, so make sure you squeeze your glutes and contract your core tight so your body doesn't twist. Okay, now we're working the left leg, beginning with your back flat on the floor. Bring your leg to the side and up. Now you're doing the pelvic raised version. Keep your left leg nice and straight. Squeeze from your quads down to your toes and don't let your body twist. Alright, now you're back with both feet on the wall at a right angle with your legs. Raise your hips up again and you're going to do small walks with your feet up the wall slightly, then back to the starting position. Slide your hips closer to the wall now and rest your legs up the wall, keeping your knees straight. You're going to raise your pelvis and body off the floor, leading upwards with your hips, pushing your pelvis forward and keeping your glutes squeezed. Remove one leg and then lower. Press your lower back into the floor upon return. Raise your hips and torso off the ground so your body is fully extended and legs outstretched. Make sure your glutes are squeezed and core tight. Bring your right leg towards your face, bending at the knee, and extend back, squeezing right through your leg. Repeat this with the left leg. With this next exercise, I want you to slide further out from the wall now and place your left foot on the wall at a right angle and raise your hips up, extending your right leg. Again, make sure you're pushing upwards with your pelvis and don't push away from the wall. Return back down and press your lower back into the floor upon return. Repeat this movement with the left leg. Okay, in the same position with your legs and hips, raise your pelvis up and you're going to slightly open your knees to the side and close again. Keep your pelvis pushed upwards and glutes tight. Alright, now time for some abs. You're going to come into a semi-seated position, resting on your elbows. Place your elbows slightly behind your body and make sure your chest and shoulders remain open. Extend your legs up the wall. Slowly lift them away from the wall towards you and return back to the wall. Don't let your upper body hunch towards your legs. It's just your legs doing the work. This time you're doing a very similar movement, but you're going to perform a wiper motion with your legs. This engages your oblique muscles, which are the muscles on the side of your abs, and requires you to really engage your core and keep it controlled. Lie flat and place both feet against the wall so your legs are at a right angle. Press your lower back into the floor. Rest your hands at your sides with palms turned upwards. Perform slow crunch movements, squeezing your abdominals tight. Don't strain your neck or shoulders, it's your core that is doing all the work. This is how we get our abs to strengthen and get that definition. Okay, come onto your knees now and place your hands against the wall with your arms outstretched. Perform a push-up movement towards the wall, keeping your elbows in. Don't let your back bend or hunch, your arms are doing the work here. Alright, you're performing a very similar movement now, but this time perform a push-up movement towards the wall, keeping your elbows in. As you lean in, bring one arm off the wall and slide it under the other arm and extend it along the wall. Slightly twist your body in the direction of that arm. Okay guys, almost finished. With this exercise, you can choose one of two versions, depending on your ability. Either come into a regular push-up position with your feet against the wall, or climb all the way up the wall so your body is at a slight angle. Squeeze your abs and bring one leg into your chest, alternating legs. In the push-up position, keep your shoulders in line with your hands. This ensures resistance is placed on your shoulders. Now you're coming into a plank position with your feet pressed against the wall. Rest on your elbows, keeping them in line with your shoulders. Extend your arm up to the side while trying not to rock your body too much. Alternate sides. It's important to squeeze your core really tight and your glutes. Don't let your hips sink or hunch your back. Lie on your front and extend your lower legs up the wall with your knees pressed against it. Rest propped up on your forearms like a plank position. Press your pelvis into the floor and then push back, leading with your hips towards the wall. Extend right through your spine, feeling a nice stretch through your back and arms. Keep your neck neutral. Return back down, pressing your hips into the floor. Okay guys, last exercise. Come into a push-up position with your knees resting on the floor and shoulders again in line with your hands. Perform a push-up nice and slow, keeping your elbows close to your body. Get your chest as low to the floor as possible and push back up through your arms, keeping your back straight. Well done guys, great workout. That was a long one. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.